Hey everyone, finished watching the next Power Rangers SPD episode, Dogged. Sid is looking for her stuffed animal. Rick, the robot dog, took it. Meanwhile, Grum is trying to get Mora to make a monster for him, but she won't unless he plays Tea Party with her. Just then, Broodwing comes in. Grum forces him to play with Mora. On Earth, Piggy is dealing with a big alien, Rhynix. Rhynix? Rinnick? I don't know, whatever. He gives him something that turns people into slime. At SPD headquarters, Kruger briefs the Rangers on a new assignment. Rick comes in and leaks coolant on everybody. Kruger says his technology is nearly obsolete, and Sid suggests replacing him. The others are shocked at her callousness. Rhynix is going on a rampage. The Rangers find him, except Sid, who's just found out Rick stowed away in her vehicle. After a battle, Rhynix retreats. Sid questions Piggy, and he points her to a puddle of slime. Broodwing is watching and sends out some Crybots. They fire at Sid, and Rick jumps in front to protect her. At SPD headquarters, Kruger tells Sid that Rick has been deactivated. His damage was too extensive to repair, and many of his parts are no longer made. Sid finds Rick's parts and asks Bridge and Boom for help repairing him. On Grum's ship, some aliens are offering stupid suggestions for evil schemes. Rhynix shows Grum his jar of slime made from people. Grum likes this idea. Bridge and Boom show everyone the newly updated Rick. Sid gives them a sample of slime to track down. Rick leads them out to the middle of nowhere. Sid starts digging, but the others don't think there's anything actually there. Everyone but Sid leaves, and the Rangers test out Rick. They can't find anything wrong with him. Sid, meanwhile, finds an underground structure where jars of slime are being stored. Rhynix attacks Sid. Rick detects what's going on and rushes off. With his help, Sid subdues the alien. The others show up and reveal Rick's new ability. He can become a cannon. Sid applies Judgment Mode on the alien, and the Rangers trap him in a containment card. This episode is kinda meh. It's not bad, but it's definitely the weakest of the episodes so far. The main conflict is centered around Sid and Rick. At first, Sid doesn't see his worth, but later is the only one that trusts him. The conflicts are resolved pretty quickly and easily. Sid doesn't think Rick has any worth, and he's damaged while protecting her, causing her to rethink her feelings. He's going to be thrown away, then he's fixed. Sid is the only one who believes him, and then she's right. The story just kind of goes right along. It feels like there's something missing, but I can't quite figure it out. This episode introduces some of Bridge's quirks. He likes buttery toast, and he stands on his head to concentrate. This is one of the first SPD episodes to take heavy inspiration from Decker Ranger, and that may be why it feels off to me. The creators of SPD clearly wanted to use imagery and elements from Decker Ranger, but the characters are totally different. In Decker Ranger, Murphy, Rick's counterpart, is brand new and highly advanced. In SPD, he's old and clunky. Sid's counterpart, Umeko, doesn't like Murphy at first because he's hard to control. As the episode progresses, she trusts him more, and in turn, he respects her. Murphy is far more like a real dog than Rick is. The main scene SPD wanted to use from Decker Ranger was Murphy leading Umeko to a spot where something important is buried. She digs and the other Rangers leave, thinking Murphy was wrong. There are small differences to get to that scene to work in a new context. It's so interesting to me that that one single scene of the Pink Ranger digging was the one thing that everything had to lead up to. Another element that was kept in SPD was Rick peeing on Kruger. In fact, SPD liked it so much they tripled it. Decker Ranger has a far more character-focused plot, while SPD spreads focus around, fleshing out more characters, making the world feel quite a bit bigger. So, Decker Ranger, we have a more focused character plot, whereas SPD is more focused on, just in general, making the world feel a little bit bigger. Last episode, a teleporter looked an awful lot like a bomb, but the Rangers immediately know it's not a bomb, despite it looking and acting exactly like a bomb would. This episode, Sid mistakes a counter on a computer hooked up to a toaster to be a bomb. Nothing to add, I just thought it was an interesting coincidence. Deviat's head shows up as a sniveling alien talking to Grum. Not too far off from what Deviat would probably do if he was still around. So yeah, decent episode, but not up to the quality of the previous, but again, not bad. I think if the rest of the series had a quality similar to this one, I wouldn't have the negative feelings I'd have about the rest of the series. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
I need to know if you saw anything unusual last night.
Let's see. Verma, the worm woman, out walking her snail? No. Nothing unusual.